Welcome to the Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Blake Mallon. And I got to tell you, I just love our time together with these Shift summaries. Now, if you've been following the show, and I hope you have, we're in all the places. Are you listening to us on Apple or Spotify, maybe watching on YouTube? If you have been plugging in, you know the rhythm by now that every other week we get a unprecedented access to absolutely game-changing entrepreneurs that have made it to the peak in their various companies and communities, where we get a chance to kind of peel back the curtain, hear their stories, learn the most significant shifts in their mindset, that's the belief system level, their strategies, the tactics that they're using to grow their business in the world today. And I just got to say that we have all been so lucky by the guests that have been on the show the last few weeks. I am talking about direct selling entrepreneurial royalty that we are getting a chance to learn from up close and personal. But the reason I love our time together in our shift summaries is we get a chance to pause for a minute and look back and make sure that we are not just hearing, because there's a big difference between hearing something and learning something. And there's even another level where we actually are applying what we get from these conversations. And the reason I love the format of the show is we get a chance to hear the stories and get the shifts from the guests themselves. And then we get to take time together, you and I, to look back and make sure that we are extracting things that we can apply to our business and our life today. And selfishly, I love our time together in these shift summaries because it allows me to go through the same process as you, to be in student mode where we get a chance to pause, take that breath, and make sure that we are grabbing all of the wisdom and the experience that we can from these phenomenal leaders. And I got to say, I just re-listened to last week's episode, and I think it should be mandatory listening for any entrepreneur that wants to level up this year in 2024. It was so action-packed. I'm talking energy, emotion, heart, tactics. We had direct selling royalty on the show last week, Gloria Mayfield Banks, an extraordinary conversation. She shared how despite overcoming challenges in her life like dyslexia, severe domestic violence, she went on to earn her MBA from Harvard. I mean, who does that? And then shifting gears to entrepreneurship, where she became the number one sales director out of 3.5 million women globally in one of the largest and most respected direct selling companies in the world. True story of resilience and absolute record-breaking, undeniable success. Today, she is an internationally renowned speaker, a success strategist. She's an author of the book Quantum Leaps. Go pick it up. And she has appeared alongside the likes of Oprah, major networks, and took time away from her family, her team, her career to pour into us on the Shift podcast. So if you missed last week, definitely go back and listen to the full conversation with Gloria Mayfield Banks. And if you listen to it once, go back and listen to it again, because there was so much that she dropped. But today, I want to look back and I want to talk about 3 significant shifts that really hit me hard in our conversation with Gloria that I know if you apply to your business, your team, your life today, it is going to create a season of acceleration, and that's what we are here to do. So let's start with shift number 1. I love how Gloria said that passion destroys distraction. Can we be honest with each other here right now? I think distraction is like the greatest enemy that we all face today. We live in a world where we have distraction on demand, anytime, anywhere, and it is a problem, especially when it comes to growing something we're passionate about, building a business, creating consistency. And I asked Gloria the question that I get asked all the time. And I know it's a question that if you're listening right now, you've probably asked yourself from time to time. And it's a question all around motivation and how we maintain that level. Because when we see the likes of Gloria or the guests we've had on the show, it's so easy to assume that, oh, they must be always, quote unquote, motivated. And yet when we don't feel that way, we feel less than. And I love the way Gloria broke it down. I've actually never heard anybody put it just like this. How to unlock the secret of motivation. You have to have a right now passionate goal, not something 3 years out, not something 5 years out. We're not talking about casting a big vision. She brought us to the immediate, to the urgent, something right now, right in front of you that excites you, that lights you up, that sets you on fire, that you are passionate about. An immediate next step that we can focus on. And then learning how to celebrate yourself and others for every little next win. And she made it relatable that when we want something bad enough right now, when it becomes a necessity right now, when we understand the magnitude of focusing on what matters most to us right now, that is the driving force. That is the fire. That is the passion, and passion is required for growth. Now, she also put the little disclaimer out there that, let's be real, not everybody stays in 100% passion zone all the time. That's not realistic. Now, there is a level of passion we all want to aspire to be. Maybe you've been in seasons where your fire was bright. You got up in the morning excited and ready to take on the day. We should all strive to get into that season where we are waking up excited to tackle what is on our list for the day, excited to make a difference. But if you're not in that season right now, I love how Gloria said, just maybe you're searching, maybe you don't know, maybe you're asking yourself tough questions of what am I passionate about? What is my purpose? She said, hey, why don't you just start talking to the people closest to you? You know, sometimes we have a blind spot, and sometimes the people that we trust, people that we love, the people that are around us and know us most, they can maybe be that mirror, give us that perspective that we're looking for. And it may seem like a funny question, but if you're searching right now, if you're trying to light or relight that fire, go talk to the people that are around you most and say, what is it that you love? What is it that you like? What is it that you can do that you know makes a difference? Getting up every day and going to a job or doing work just to keep the lights on or pay the bills, that's not what passion is about. It's got to be about something more. And I think you'll find most of the time what lights that fire, what is that passion, isn't even really about us. It's about something greater than us. It's about putting our life into something that builds or creates or serves something or someone beyond us. And when we find that passion, when we tap into that passion can destroy distraction and create that urgency that we need to go after that life that we deserve every single day. So let's make the shift. Now, the second shift that I really want to focus on from our conversation with Gloria was when she said that you cannot win if you don't understand how to lose. You can't win if you don't understand how to lose. Now, I don't know about you, but have you kind of figured out that it's this kind of polarity that really creates value for things in life? We want to win. We want to get to a place where we're living that dream. You deserve that. That's why we're here. That's why you're plugging into the show, to learn, to grow. But in order to win, we have to go through the losses. You see, the championship is sweet when you've overcome a lot to get there. And the harder the challenge, the harder the obstacle, the tougher the journey, the sweeter the victory is. Matter of fact, winning wouldn't mean anything if you didn't have to overcome to become somebody to get there. In the journey of entrepreneurship, we're all going to go through losing seasons. We're all going to go through winter seasons. And it's not going to be a one-time thing. The seasons come and the seasons go, but it's the winter seasons that make the winning seasons worth it. So if you're in one of those winter seasons right now, if you find yourself in the dip, right? If you're walking through the valley, number one, understand that it's normal. We've all been there. We all go through there. There's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't make a mistake. We all go through that. It's a part of the process. And also know that when you're going through that winter season, that's when you're building the resilience. That's when you're learning the skills. That's when that resistance is building the new muscles that you need to get to where you want to go. That's where your beliefs are getting tested, right? And redefined. The shifts that you're looking for and seeking will start to appear. All of that happens in the valley, in the winter, which ultimately is what gets you to those winning seasons and allows you to really enjoy it when you're there. You cannot win if you don't understand how to lose. I love that shift. Thank you, Gloria. Now, the third shift I want to talk about from our conversation with Gloria Mayfield Banks was that soft skills are required to make hard results. Now, let's face it. Who wants hard results? We all want results, right? Your focus right now, I'm sure, is on some goal. Maybe it's an income level. Maybe it's a rank. Maybe it's a milestone. We want results in our lives. Those are those milestone markers that show us we're making progress and we're growing, and it's worth it. But those hard results come from mastering the soft skills. And Gloria went into a few different levels of these soft skills as she defined them. And so often we focus on the hard skills, right? The scripts or the social media strategies, and there's places for all of that. But in soft skills, she started talking about energy. She defined herself as energy in motion. I love that term. I think all of us can be energy in motion, and how the power of energy and the role that it plays in both attracting and connecting us with others. We're all attracted to energy, right? We're attracted to that feeling. I love how she put it, that it's her role as an entrepreneur to make herself as enjoyable as possible to be around. Everything is energy. And although maybe some people start naturally with more of it than others, it is something that can be developed with intention. And I love how she clarified that energy is not personality. There's very soft people, calm people, introverted people, quiet people that have an amazing energy. But energy is a soft skill. Make no mistake about it. Energy is something that attracts and connects. And energy is what we transfer to people when we're sharing something that we believe in and something we're excited about. So don't be afraid to let your energy flow. Don't be afraid to be the light in the room. Don't be afraid, right, to allow people to not just hear, but to feel your enthusiasm. It is a skill that needs to be cultivated, and it's required in order to create the acceleration that you want. Now, she went beyond energy and also dove in a lot about emotional management. I learned early in my career, and I'll never forget the lesson of the emotional roller coaster. Never get too high on your highs, never get too low on your lows. Do not ride the emotional roller coaster. You can't make permanent decisions when you're dealing with temporary feelings. We've all made those mistakes where in the heat of a moment, our emotions got the best of us. We did or said something that we regretted. No good ever comes out of a high emotional moment. You got to make sure that we're able to manage our own emotions, not ride that roller coaster in ourselves first. Matter of fact, that might be the single most significant thing that knocks people out of the game. Not being able to manage their own emotions, letting their emotions get the best of them, letting the temporary feelings dictate their activities and their behaviors or take them off track, keep them from getting to where they're capable of going, becoming the person they're capable of being. So it starts with mastering our own emotional management, first in ourselves, and then we can learn to help and develop others. I love how she said leadership is taking people to a place they've never been before. And to get there, they're going to have to learn how to manage their own emotions. Not to be confused with you being responsible for the emotional baggage of your team. That is not what we're saying. But inspiring through your actions and your example others so they too can manage their emotional roller coaster. And the last soft skill that Gloria talked about was confidence, and how there's a big distinction between self-confidence and self-worth. That self-worth really involves honing in the things that we value, but that confidence is something we can all build up in order to increase our results and our effectiveness. Soft skills are required to make hard results. Here's my question for you. Where would you put yourself right now on the work in those soft skills? How are you showing up with your energy and your conversations every single day? Where are you on that emotional roller coaster right now, or that confidence scale? And how can you take steps every single day to work on those soft skills as you move toward those results that you're going for? Those are 3 shifts we can all work on for this week. Passion destroys distraction. A challenge for you: get in touch with that fire. Talk to the people closest to you and figure out what is it right now, immediate, next step that lights you up that you can fix your focus on to eliminate that distraction or demotivation around you. You cannot really win if you don't understand how to lose. Keep that mindset if you're walking through the valley. And soft skills are required to make hard results. What can you do to work on some of the soft skills that Gloria inspired us to put intention into today? So many more shifts on the full conversation. So there's 3 to work on, 3 that I felt we could all apply to our business and our communities. And if you want to go back and listen to the whole episode, you know where we're at. All the episodes live on all the platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible. You can watch Gloria and all of our previous guests on the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the show on your favorite platform. And as you get value, if you take a minute and leave us ratings and reviews right there on the various platforms, that helps us get these messages out to even more entrepreneurs. We appreciate you. And as always, you can go find all of the episodes and easy links to all the platforms on the website, shiftpodcast.com. If there's someone that comes to your mind or your heart that you think might be an amazing guest for the future, you can also nominate them there right on the website, shiftpodcast.com. Now get ready for next week. I'm telling you, we have an absolute powerhouse on the show this coming Monday. 20 years of experience in pharmaceutical sales before she made the bold shift into direct selling, where she quickly rose to the top, has been a consistent top performer in her respected company. I'm telling you, in our conversation, you are going to feel her fearlessness, her resilience, her mission of empowering women to talk openly about money, financial freedom. You're going to feel her heart, and she is going to break down how to build a Teflon-like attitude, a go-all-in mentality to eliminate and eradicate fear from our path. You're going to love her energy, and I promise you, it's going to give you absolute fire for your next level. So follow us on the show, turn on your notifications, set the alarm, drop by shiftpodcast.com. Make sure you subscribe to the email newsletter. We'll remind you on Monday right in your inbox. Until the next time, let's make the shift.